And our meteorologists have been talking for weeks now about the building drought, and it's affecting, you should know, more than just your flower beds.
Yeah, certainly. Our Stephen Schlink joins us now live from Marion County. Stephen, you're at the Little Pee Dee River, which typically looks much more like a river, looking a bit more like a creek at this point. That's really concerning. Stephen.
Hey, Rachel. Yeah, creek is the really accurate description. You see, behind me, there's a little bit of water still left, but for the most part, it's pretty bone dry. A lot of people, though, making the best out of it. You hear folks have the music going. I've seen people walking their dogs, even somebody a little bit earlier out there with a metal detector. But, you know, we talk about our farmers and how much they need this rain. Well, I spoke to one today about how much more effort they're having to put into tending to their crops.
It takes a lot of rain to get out of a drought that we're in right now.
That's Heath Squires. He owns Southern Palmetto Farms with his wife and 2 other farming companies with his dad and uncles. He knows how to tend to crops, and he knows the importance of having enough rain.
1 or 2 tenths is a Band-Aid, but I mean, we need 2 or 3 inches, an inch at a time, 2 inches at a time.
It's the Squires corn crop that's paying the price right now.
I mean, you can just look across and look at the damage, how it's actually just suffering from dry weather.
He says the corn should be larger and brighter.
If this corn was healthy and getting plenty of rain, it would probably be about 6, 7 foot tall. It would be full green. There won't be any dry spots on it.
And it's rivers like the Little Pee Dee, where I'm standing right now, that are also feeling the effects of the drought. You can see behind me, and as we start to take you around, there is still water in the area. But the vast majority of where we're standing, well, it's bone dry. Normally, I wouldn't be able to even stand in this area. The water levels would be too high. But it's families like Squires that say they're having to take additional steps just to keep their family businesses afloat.
Some of them we starting when we get off work of evening, 5 or 6 o'clock, and some of them we getting up at 11, 12 o'clock of the night and going to the pivots and starting them and cutting them off the next morning. Because we try to irrigate of a night time when the sun's not out where we won't get as much evaporation to try to use the most out of the water.
Squires says he keeps many crops on irrigation just like his turf to try and keep everything healthy.
Like I say, it's pretty green and lush, but it's one of the fields that gets wet, you know, pretty much every night, and we're trying to get it get it grown into where we can harvest it as soon as possible.
And at the end of the day, he says the extra cost is worth it.
I love what I do, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't want to do anything else than what I do right now in the farm. You can definitely tell a lot of passion behind what he does. Now, he also tells me that there have been years where they've had too much rain. So he says it really is a balancing act, trying to figure out how to handle all the different varieties that Mother Nature can throw your way. For now, live in Marion County, Stephen Schlink, WMBF News.